you guys a video about how kids distinguish class. The video is titled How Kids See Class Differences. You can search for it on YouTube if you want to watch it again after the stream.
What do you think of people who are very rich?
I think rich people treat poor people badly
Why? How?
because they think they're rich, so they don't really know what it's like to be poor.
How much pocket money do you have in school when your parents give you?
In school, $4.
Wow.
If you have the most expensive things, you're the most popular also.
Okay. What kind of expensive things?
Smeagol pencil case, Smeagol bag, whatever, something like that. Because they're quite expensive. They're just very nice looking and you can show them off.
When I was a kid, playground politics was about who was faster, stronger, or better at football. But now it's more about pocket money and pencil boxes and other things that reflect how rich or poor you are.
You feel other rich people will treat poor people badly.
Yeah.
What have you seen them do?
Tease people.
My father says I have to be a dentist or a doctor because he says within a month I can get more than $1,000.
My father usually tells me that I have to work harder in my exam or else I will become those garbage truck person who drive the garbage truck and those cleaners on streets.
How would you describe the expectations that your parents have of you?
I'm better at the humanities. So for a period of time, my mom was quite adamant about me pursuing law.
They expect me to just pass. They doesn't expect my very high grades or what.
At least an A. They would just ask me to at least pass all my subjects and improve a little bit more.
What are the expectations you place upon yourself?
At uni, I want to study either political science or maybe law. And after that, I want to pursue maybe a career in the foreign affairs.
Maybe study IT and get a good certificate and get a good job.
I hope that I can at least get into NUS, but if I find myself having the opportunity to go overseas, I will definitely take that. My expectation is just to pass all my subjects because I've been failing since Sec 1.
For the things that I'm good at, minimally A's for all of them. And A2 would be considered disappointing, I guess.
It's probably obvious by this point which educational track each child is in. Beyond the expectations, I want to know how much they interact with students from a different stream.
I don't really hang out with people that are from Express in my school because most of the people in my Express streams, they look down on us. They think that we are quite stupid. Yeah. So they seldom talk to us as well. The kind of activities that my school may expose to me outside of school generally tend to be quite populated by the higher Express streams or IP streams rather than lower streams like NA and NT. For me to make friends with people from NA and NT or normal neighborhood schools, it requires a lot more effort from me.
How about yourself?
I have friends from the express stream, but I don't usually hang out with them because for my school, the express tend to see themselves very good characteristic like that in the school. So they tend to see us we are nothing.
They behave badly to you?
No, they just ignore us.
Is it just because they are in Express and you're NT, or is it something else, or what?
Maybe they don't like us. Why? Because we don't behave the same as them. They are very quiet and neat in school. Not like us, we usually create chaos. Yeah.
There's this girl particularly, she just said you are from normal academic, you are stupid. She said that when I just entered Sec 1. And slowly I start to become very quiet in school. I don't really like to talk.
Do you try to make friends, or you think it's not worth it, or no interest, or what?
Some express, yeah, I try. But then sometimes I cannot, because the way they speak and the way I speak very different. Their English like power. My English, yeah. When they go down, I feel angry. Yeah.
What kind of behavior do they show that makes you angry?
They usually roll their eyes at us sometimes.
So if we just put all of you all in the same class, do you think that would help?
Maybe if they teach us.
I think so. But then if they are willing to teach us,
Yeah.
help us. I know I'm very slow. Yeah, then like I scared that they won't teach me or I don't.
I personally feel that a mixed class suggestion may not be very viable in terms of like closing the gap. It might even increase the gap if these students feel like they can't cope, so they just give up completely.
Is this conversation uncomfortable?
To be honest, yes. Because the way they talk and the way we talk, very different. Very different.
Awkward.
Yeah, why is it awkward?
I don't know, the way they speak and the way I speak like different. Then I feel like
they are high class and we.
Yeah.
I think the reality is that's what they face every day. We want to remove ourselves from situations where we feel embarrassed or awkward. And maybe that's one of the reasons why it's so difficult for kids of different backgrounds to interact regularly all the time and develop deep friendships.
Our lovely viewers, what do you guys think about the video that we watched? As we wait for your answers, we'll be giving our insights first. You may feel free to comment what you guys feel about the video.
My insights about the video is that children are fully aware of class differences based on their own experience or observations of the experiences of others. These kinds and teens experience the stereotype that they may hear or see messages that suggest that people who are wealthy are better or smarter than people who are not, or that people who are poor are lazy or less deserving. Also about the difference between their toys, clothes, and discrimination about their jobs. This video explains that children started to notice difference between people and groups at a very young age. That's why it's important for adults to be aware of these dynamics and to work to create environments where the children can learn and grow without restricted by their social class.
I agree with your insights, Shane. And now let's look at what our viewers also had to say about the video. So, from Joaquin, children and teenagers who have experienced prejudice may have negative perceptions of their ethnicity, race, culture, physical appearance, gender, or sexual orientation. And now from Eliza, parang predetermined agad yung superiority by means of having much money. So the ones who doesn't have much, they are seen worse, and that's disappointing. I agree with both of you. That's also what I have noticed throughout the video. How about you, Paula? What are your insights about the video?
Well, I agree with all that you said, and since Shane already talked about the stereotypes, how the kids and teens has experienced class discrimination, I will add and share more of my opinion about the teens conversation about the educational track. Well, honestly, after seeing the video, I'm having a bit of mixed emotions. I believe that this system of segregation of classes is an efficient way to teach, to be honest. Class separation is essential to better accommodate students with different learning abilities. Even though it may sound harsh, getting good grades is somewhat the easiest way to a successful life. Grades equate to qualifications, which translate into improved future career opportunities. However, it creates an unanticipated issue by dividing students mentally by instilling in them the belief that they are superior and better than others. I feel that everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, thus those from the higher streams shouldn't look down on those from the lower streams. And even though, excuse me, and even though they might not be as successful as you in the future, I think we should all be respected for who we are as people and not simply for our academic accomplishments. Before we end, Hannah, how about you? Do you have something to add?
I think I don't have anything else to add. You guys already said what I also thought about the video. So I guess this was really a nice interaction again with you guys.
Wow, that was a nice podcast with you guys. We hope you enjoyed our podcast. But before saying farewell,
We would like for you to listen very carefully.
Please spread awareness and teach those who are younger than you to spread equality because even though they are kids, most of them are already aware of the situation and that's something serious.
make sure that they will pass it on to the generation next to them. Make sure they have the right mindset when dealing with others. No matter how different we are from each other, we deserve to be treated equally. Keep that all in mind.
Thank you for joining us on our live stream. We hope you guys learned a lesson and we also hope that you guys enjoyed it.
Well, as the leader, I also want to express my gratitude again to my team. Thank you, Hannah and Shane, for joining me as live streamers again. Thank you, Sam, for managing our social media accounts. Thank you, Rianda, who is in charge of our OBS. And thank you, Anessa, for coming up with the stream structure and flow.
That's all. Thank you again for joining us.
Well, before you guys leave, we'll be sending here the feedback form. You can write there your feedbacks. What have you noticed in our stream? Changes that you want. Well, that's all. Again, thank you very much.